Hi there, Ryan White here for highpointmusic.com.au. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to get up and running with snapshots on the Line 6 Helix LT. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first step we need to take care of with the Helix LT regarding snapshots is learning how to get in and out of snapshot mode. At the moment, the unit is in standard stop mode. We push this mode button here and that changes us into snapshot mode. You can see the appearance of a red button here. Now, what I've got the Helix LT configured to at the moment is I have nice snapshots running 4 along the bottom, and the 4 buttons above I have them as assignable buttons which I can use for anything like a loop or a delay in this setting. What you can do, if we come in and push menu here, I'm going to go global settings, move down to foot switches, you've got this stop/snap feature here, or parameter. What this does is this allows you to change between either 4 on the bottom, for example, you can switch it around. So you've got 8 snapshots, so you've got 8 programmable presets along here, or you can switch it so you can have your snapshots along the top, or your assignable buttons down below, plus a bunch of other ones. But just for the purpose of today's video, we're going to run with the one I like to use, which is the 4 snapshots on the bottom and the assignable buttons up top. Again, this boils down to how exactly you would like to use the unit and your very personal specific application of it. The next thing we need to learn how to do on the unit is really simple. We'll dive in and we're just going to look at our signal chain here, and we're going to look at how we can individually make settings of just turning these blocks off and on for our snapshots. So I've got my snapshots laid out across here like this. I want to set up a clean setting on my first snapshot, so I'm going to just use the joystick to go along and turn these effect blocks off. So I've got modulation off, turn the distortions off and the fuzz off. So that way, all those effect blocks that I've turned off there, I've got on this snapshot. So if I move to here, all those buttons are on, or effect blocks rather, and then I push it back, so I've got those set up. So for example, that's our clean setting on snapshot 1. Let's go to snapshot 2. I've got a fuzz there, and the next block over I've got a tube screamer. So let's say I want to turn the fuzz off, leave the tube screamer on, turn the modulation off, and maybe I'll leave the wire off. I can just activate that with my expression pedal there when I need it. So I've got compressor on there, so I've got a nice distorted setting, and then I've got my clean setting on snapshot 2. If I move over to snapshot 3, I've got my clean setting, bit of modulation, sit there, I like that. So distortion, clean, bit of modulation here. And if I move over to this last one, we've got the fuzz sitting up there. So we've got 4 different settings just by using the bypass to set that up with off and on. So clean, distorted, modulation, fuzz. So one of the amazing features of snapshots is it's not only a tool in which you can have multiple effects turn off and on with one button, but you can actually go in a level deeper and make individual parameter changes per snapshot. So for example, if we jump in looking at the Helix here, for example, let's say on our clean tone up here, I'd like to have a lot more bass on my signal here, but I don't want to change that setting on the other amps that we've got across our snapshots. So what I've got, you can see these other parameters here, you've got white brackets around it. That means that the effect setting is specific to this individual snapshot. So all you need to do to activate that is get your knob here, push it in and start twisting until you see those white brackets around the parameter, and then you can go in and make your setting as you like. So for example, I've just activated the bass. I can have it super bassy, so it's sitting at 9. And then when I go to my next setting, it's back to 6.1. So you can see those individual parameters changing around the individual snapshots. So you can really go in and tweak your setting to the nth degree to get it exactly how you want it. The next thing I want to talk about when using snapshots is using impulse responses instead of a speaker cab in your signal path. So let's jump on in. So let's move across. I've got an impulse response set up right next to my amplifier. So on my clean snapshot here, this impulse response is a 2x12 Mesa cab. So I really like the sound of a 2x12 smaller speakers when getting a clean sound. But for example, what you can do when using impulse responses that you can't get this out of speaker cabs is on my distorted setting with the tube screamer, I can actually go in and change that impulse response to be a 4x12 Marshall cab. So you've got a different amp cab for your clean tone, and then you can go in and use that same little tweak we looked at before by pushing the knob on the impulse response, setting up the parameter change to bring a Marshall 4x12 into your signal path, and then back to the messer for 2x12 on the modulation, and then I can keep the 2x12 or change to the cab if I wanted to for the distorted fuzz sound. If you appreciate the content from today's video, people, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to leave any questions you have in the comments below. Also, I'd like to invite you to check out the High Point Music Guitar Fundamentals program, which is an online course that features all of the processes that I use with my one-on-one students to master the fundamental skill sets of contemporary guitar and shave years off their development. You can follow the links below to check it out on either a free trial or sign up for the course today to begin taking your playing to the next level. And lastly, if you'd like to support the channel, you can become a member of our Patreon for as little as $1.50 per month to help out with the production costs of putting these videos together and running this YouTube channel. My name is Ryan White. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch up with you all in the next video.